Welcome Soul Family. Today I have a paid request. We are looking at the relationship of Ahn Hyo Seop to three different people. One is Park Ji Hyung, second one is Lee Sung-kyung, and the last one is Kim Se-jong. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to have all three piles. We're going to look at his feelings, and we're going to look at his past feelings, present, and the future. All right, so let's ask Spirit. Spirit, please show us the feelings. Okay, now looking at these three women, we have in his past, for Park Ji Hyung, we have the Tower card. So in terms of feelings, this would be something shocking which happened. He felt, when he met her, his foundation was shook. This is not a definitely positive feeling. It is also a feeling where, everything about you has shaken. This kind of event really shakes you up. The Tower is such a card. And as a feeling, it's a very strong negative feeling. So initially in the past, he had a strong negative feeling towards her. And the funny part is it could also mean that she shook his world, But the present feeling towards her, Park Ji Hyung, is heartbreak. So there is some pain in his heart connected to this. So what exactly happened in his past, if you want, we can explore. But right now I don't see anything happening here because we have the present as Three of Swords, and then the future we have Queen of Swords. So again, nothing romantic over here. Maybe he has got over his or he will get over the pain whichever he went through, and in future he will be able to see with a little bit more clarity of what happened and why it happened, because the Queen of Swords has the energy of logic. She's a very logical woman. So he'll be able to see what happened in the relationship logically. He'll be able to see the truth of it. Right now, I think he still has some negative emotion. He still has some pain connected to what happened with Park Ji Hyung. Now with Lee Sung-kyung, this is what the cards are. We have the Star as a past. So I think definitely, if not a romantic, but definitely a very strong friendship. A very well-balanced friendship. The Star is a very positive card because you have, around, I think 8 stars. Yeah, 8 stars over here. And you also have balancing of emotions. You also have, the Star also shows a lot of hope. Here, but the Star also shows one leg in water and one leg in land. So it's a undecided kind of situation also. But definitely a very, very positive card, and also a major arcana card. So obviously there was a deep impact. In present, we have the Five of Swords. So definitely some kind of, fight has happened. One of them has lost, one of them has won. Five of Swords is not really a positive feeling. You're not having a positive feeling in your heart. You are, either you've gone in battle and you've either won it, but you've won it not fairly. The Five of Swords is not really a fair card. It's also a card of being bullied or being a bully. So he feels he has these unpleasant feelings. Maybe in the present series, I don't know when they did the shooting, whether he felt something was not fair to him. Maybe there was a competition in terms of how their acting is. But the positivity which we see in the past doesn't seem to be there in the present. There is something here going on. And if we see future feelings, we have the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of negativity coming towards his way. So he will feel very defensive towards her. For some reason in the future, he's going to feel defensive. So maybe he's the one who fought with her and he's the one who won. And then he needs to feel defensive. So over here also, this relationship started very well and then it's kind of deteriorating. With Kim Se-jong, we have the Ten of Wands. So in terms of feelings, he feels very burdened, or he was very burdened maybe during the series when they did, maybe all the speculation which happened after that, maybe the shipping which happened after that, maybe he felt very burdened by it. He seemed to take a lot on his shoulder, you know, in terms of his feelings. And there is some amount of stress over here, and I've done their couple readings before. You can check that out on the channel. So why does he feel so burdened? Let me just ask. Why does he feel so burdened with Kim Se-jong? What was the burden about? Let me clarify on what was the burden. Got the Lover's card. Okay, so I think he was really attracted to her, and it took a lot of strength on his part not to give in to it in the past. I keep getting the Lover's card over and over with him when I ask about Kim Se-jong, and it's always been there. So the burden over here was resisting his feelings for her. At least this is my conclusion. He tried and he struggled very hard to resist. And present, we have the Three of Wands. You see there's Wands here and there's Wands again. In Three of Wands, you're on a stage where you're strategizing and planning. So I think maybe he might come to a point where he will accept his feelings, and maybe he is thinking on, you know, what he can do to do what he should be doing about those feelings. This is a time when you're going to go on a journey, when you're, you know, you have planning, you're organizing, you're in that kind of frame of mind. So let us see in future what he has. In future, we have the Queen of Pentacles. He feels like the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very practical woman. You know, she is very earthly, very grounded, and very nurturing. She's a kind of, you know, woman who, you know, makes warm food when you're, you know, tired and you come back from, you know, work. She'll be there. There'll be warm food on the table. Someone who nurtures you with natural things. That is what the Queen of Pentacles is. And if you feel like the Queen of Pentacles, means you feel you want to nurture, you want to take care, you want to also connect it obviously to money. There's a lot of opportunity, and, you know, I think he might work with her again. I think he might work with her again. That is what is going to happen. We will go into detail of Kim Se-jong. That is what, you know, my subscriber, she asked for. The next question was, let's go into the detail of what's happening with Kim Se-jong. Because among all three of them, I do find Kim Se-jong the most positive cards because of the Lover's card which came out. So let's look at what's happening between Ahn Hyo Seop. Let's show his feelings and Kim Se-jong's feelings. Okay, from here what I feel is, looking at it, you know, a rough thing. If you look at, these are his cards and these are her cards. He is full of emotion. He's brimming with emotion with the King of Cups. We have the Lovers come again. We have the Knight of Wands. So there is passion. We have Pentacles. We have it all over here. He is all over the place. He really, really is interested in this woman. But we have her here with the Nine of Swords, with the Five of Swords, with the Hermit, and the Six of Pentacles. So with her, we see that, you know, she's very stressed. She's having sleepless nights. She's also into a fight with somebody. Maybe, you know, maybe she feels that she's in competition with somebody in his feelings. Maybe she doesn't feel he expresses his feelings or gives a clear signal to her what he really wants or what he means. And then she's going into the hermit mode where she's going into self-reflection. She wants to be alone. So there's a lot of thinking happening here. Okay, there's a lot of thinking. And then suddenly here we have the Six of Pentacles, which is a very positive card where you come to a state of abundance and you come to a state of generosity and you come to a state of being fair. Okay, so I think she might give a chance to him, but he will have to work very hard to get there. With him, we have the King. He is the King of Cups. We have the Lover's card. This is just brimming with passion and emotion. And we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is, you know, 10 is like the excess. It's excess of happiness, and here it's the excess of abundance. So if they do get together, they're going to be a real power couple. If they do get together, I'm not saying they're going to, but if they do, they're going to be a very strong couple, and they're also going to be very prosperous. So if they do decide to get together, and if they do decide to, you know, marry or something like that, they're going to be one of those power couples which are very, very successful in the Korean drama industry, because I see a lot of abundance both the sides. But her journey of getting there, I'm not even sure whether she's going to get there, because she's very stressed. Why is she so stressed? She's having sleepless nights. You know, she feels maybe she has to, you know, fight somebody else for his attention. Maybe there are a lot of rumors about him with other people. Maybe he is not really clearly expressing to her that, you know, he wants to be with her. So let us ask, what are the obstacles? Why? What is stopping this thing happening? Spirit, please show us what is stopping Ahn Hyo Seop and Kim Se-jong coming together. Justice. Okay. So I feel, as I said, you know, that she has not got the clarity about him cutting off with whoever he was previously. Whether it is any of the women we talked about or whether somebody else, I don't know. But there is definitely another woman who was involved in his life, and that kind of stresses her out. Okay. So she wants justice. She wants him to be fair to her, to be clear to her, to give a very clear signal where they're going, what they're doing, and his feelings for her. He has to open up, and he has to tell her clearly that, you know, his past is over and she's his present and his future. She also feels, you know, that she doesn't want to take him away from somebody else. She doesn't want to be the third woman. That is why she's so stressed out. Maybe she has a feeling of guilt or something like that. So it is possible that he was seeing somebody else and then he broke it off, or she doesn't want to be the reason that he breaks it off. Some complicated, you know, feelings like that, where she doesn't have the clarity. She feels justice has to be done. She has to be fair. And it will take for her some time to understand that he's really serious about her. The feelings he has for her are different from what he had previously for anyone else. And he will have to do a good job convincing her, because we have the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands is a person, you know, who takes a step forward and then he takes a step back. He, you know, we have the leg always trying to, you know, stop him or stop the forward movement. So he is not going for it in, like, you know, giving it his all. He needs to do that. He needs to stop questioning himself. He needs to stop, you know, thinking, am I doing the right thing? He needs to go by his feelings and give clarity to both the women on where he is, what is his stand. So let's look at their future messages and see. These were feelings. Let's look at the future messages for them. Spirit, please show us some future messages for Kim Se-jong and Ahn Hyo Seop. What are the future messages? We have a Two of Cups. We have again the Nine of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And the King of Cups. So I feel here that definitely they're going to get together, but it's going to happen slowly because she has a lot of self-doubt. And he is not the kind who rushes into things. He's going to go into it slowly. He's going to think it out and, weigh the pros and cons. But he definitely has very strong emotions. A lot of strong emotions towards Kim Se-jong. The best part is, they're good partnership because they match each other. What he lacks, she has. And what, she lacks, he has. And they kind of balance that out. So that is why when they're together, they feel so much at peace, at rest, because they kind of balance it out. But she feels, she's stressed about it. And this cannot just be about him also. It could also be because of her past. Maybe she's had bad experiences in, love relationships. So she's somebody who is anxious, who is always worried what's going to happen. And he will have to do a very good job of, giving her that confidence that everything is going to be all right. He will have to work at it hard. He will also have to work at his, if there's the negative self-talk which goes on inside him, because he also is a little bit anxious type person. So he also has to fight that anxiety and, tell himself that it's the right thing to do and everything's going to be all right. So these were the future messages for him, and I hope you're happy with this reading. And thank you so much for this request. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye-bye.